sisters have composed, a song has been composed in the vernacular language, and sisters have had a retreat on the evolving charism of Nano, and many more. Now I go on to Pakistan. They continually initiate new friends of Nano. The younger, because they also aware the younger generation need to know more about Nano. During the celebrations, they hope to do the work of Nano with food drives, visiting sick and elderly, and those in prison. They hope to gather in one place and produce a Nano legacy booklet, and then also to widen the wider picture is social media to reach out to a larger audience. In the Philippines, they're celebrating with the students will be involved. There will be a program to reach out to other members and past members of Friends of Nano. They have already been celebrating 25 years of the lay people involved in the Philippines. And they will hold a mass. And for November 21st, Feast of Presentation, they will have a lot of activities. One particular one is a lantern walk. The students will bring in that lantern walk sayings of Nano. And then I'm going to ask Ariel to speak about India North, as she couldn't join us, but she wrote in the chat. I'll hand over to you, Ariel.
I don't, okay. I don't see anything in the chat.
No, well, Ariel, will you speak to that? I think you're muted, Ariel.
Was it Ariel?
Here's what Tridis shared through chat. We can have students in the different schools who can have activities based on Nano's life, carrying her mission. Also, social media update on and reflection to reach out to larger audience. Also, carrying her mission of not words but deeds and reaching out the needy. Also, under the Friends of Nano group, we, the teachers and students, are committed to take small steps as every step matters. We often visit old age homes, orphanages, and support NGO who provide livelihood to people. We are doing this for the festival of Raksha Bandhan here in India by purchasing Rakis made by them. We hopefully will try to reach out larger group of people this year and continue aging the light. We also have local Badara community lunch on every fifth Sunday of the month for which we members contribute. That's from Reedy.
Okay.
Reedy's phone.
From reading. Yep. Okay, but group
and
two.
then just we apologize for Northeast Province Ireland, as we had a changeover of teams, and we will be picking it up now when we begin.
Yeah, we found that also in some places where transitions, no definite plans have been made. So room 2 or group 2? I don't know who was in group 2.
I think that may be us. I didn't look at what the number of the room was, so I apologize.
Okay, Deirdre.
And I also took the notes in a different pattern than
That's all right. You have a minute.
Okay.
You have to summarize in a minute.
What we've focused on, we've had at least 2 units that are focusing on child protection and combating child trafficking, which seems like an excellent focus for all of us. It's an issue everywhere. If you think you're not experiencing it in your community, you're just wrong. So it's good to see that. And in Newfoundland, we're trying to do what I call a crime of opportunity. piggybacking on other projects that are ongoing so that we can showcase Nano and the history and current action of presentation in Newfoundland and Labrador in places where people will see them. So we're putting up banners in the big basilica. We will do something around Sister Paula's book project. And one unit was talking about a project to sell Peruvian goods, or older children in schools selling Peruvian goods, so that they can build a cultural understanding of the Peruvian mission and build some sense of generosity among children. That was what was spoken of in our group.
Okay, thank you. Group 3.
Yeah, I am from group 3. We were 4 of us, Nisha from Pakistan and Sister Judith from Africa unit and Sister Caroline from Australia. Nisha couldn't be present there due to her connection problem. What we talked about was the plan that we were talking about for 250, but then I, being a new member here, I said I'm not very clear about what are all the plannings that is going on in India. Sister Judith and Sister Caroline spoke about how we can share all that is being done in all the units across the world and have a compiled form of booklet or video or things could be something very creative that could be done. And then also launching a social media platform like Facebook for Nano to be known and put all the works together there. That is another idea that came up. And also encouraging students and phones to make Nano known through pictures, videos, talks. And one of them also said that if Sister Anno Leary or people like her could share with friends of Nano about Nano, maybe about her family, about the icon and things like that, so that Nano is more and more known to friends of Nano and they could take Nano out to the others. That was the things we spoke about.
Okay. Group 4. That was
Carol, ma'am, would you like to go ahead? You were in our group. Would you like to?
Okay, I will do it really fast. Dira and Sandy and Noreen from New Zealand. And we talked about, well, Dira's big project for India is to make a movie. That right there is very ambitious. And that would be something they would do locally within North India. And then we spent most of our time afterwards talking about maybe things we could do at the international level, because, for example, as someone already pointed out in New Zealand, they aren't meeting till September to discuss this. So, you know, the plans haven't really been discussed much. But this is good because now people have ideas. You can hear, oh, they want to make a movie. They want to have a booklet, you know, the student, the book for the students, the song, et cetera, et cetera. So now you can take all those ideas back and share in those groups where people haven't been making plans yet. And we talked about having quarterly speakers at our gatherings, these quarterly gatherings that we have with the coordinators. We talked about maybe doing that for a much wider audience 4 times during the Jubilee years. And some of the speakers that you've already mentioned, Anne O'Leary, Anne Lyons, Terry Ibrahim, Caroline Thompson was mentioned, even though she's with us all the time. All those other people out in the world, they haven't benefited from her wisdom. So these are ideas that we talked about. So group 5.
My network band is really low, so I'm keeping my camera off.
Yeah, it's
so
good
we
now.
were 4 of us. Yeah. It was Sister Molly, Mr. John Brito, myself, and Maria Owen. So we basically spoke about the fact that all the members who we have asked whether they'd be interested in the workshops, they've all been very keen on having the workshops, except that they want it in the local language where they can participate completely. With regard to the topic or the input, members are fine with any input, but what is the need of the hour is how do we motivate people to motivate others to join us and get more members. We in the south we have nano clubs which have been now started from class 8 so that they have a longer span, that is class 8, 9 and 10 before they finish with school. In the north they have nano clubs already from class. They take them for visits to rich homes, etc. So to motivate them and that the children will understand how blessed they are in comparison to the disadvantaged. So basically, we have a soft membership, but the members are committed, and I think that's what's important. As in celebration of the Jubilee, there are media activities planned like skits, songs, and paintings, and some of them have already been uploaded onto the YouTube. With regard to the South India province, we are having our province level meeting at the end of this month, and hopefully by that time we will know. We'll have a picture of the entire province, and then we will request a meeting with Karen to have the Zoom meeting with us.
Okay, that sounds great.
Yeah. And with regard to the website, we realized that a linkage to the congregational website will also help our own, the quality of our website, so that we don't reinvent the wheel. And yeah, so basically that was the input from our group.
Okay, that sounds good. And we'll talk more about that later. And next gathering, we will continue this conversation after you've had a chance to go back and talk in your units with your local groups, both about ideas for the local level and the global level. So I hope that AI really makes sense out of our conversation. They did a good job with our leadership meeting, which was like all over the place. So it'll be interesting to see what kind of minutes we get. I know we're over time and we started a little bit late, but before we have our closing prayer, I want to remind everyone that it's next month, in about a month, all the articles for Nano's Echo should be in, and for publication in September. And we are continuing the Pilgrim of Hope theme, but we're also including the season of creation in the September edition. So if you have stories of pilgrimage and stories of what you're doing to celebrate the season of creation, or doing pilgrimages for the season of creation, please send that to Maria. And that's what we're going to focus the September Echo on. Maria, do you want to add to that? You're muted.
No, that's great. Yes, definitely creation. In our group, we were talking about there are children's ecology groups. So, there's a season of creation in a nutshell. the social media group, please, those who offered to join that, watch this space. We'll be sending out invitations to a media Zoom as soon as possible, meeting as soon as possible. Okay, and apologies that we've had a delay on that one. And if anybody else wants to join who hasn't already put their name into the ring, please let me know. Okay.
No, we want to get that up and running also for the 250th. That would be our goal. Okay. Caroline, it's over to you.
Okay, I'm just looking for. Can you see the screen?
Yes.
Okay, I just thought with the upcoming focus on the season of creation that the final blessing might focus there. And our late Pope Francis, of course, was an amazing a man when it came to trying to get us to really look at the natural world. And he said, the universe unfolds in God completely. Hence, there is a mystical meaning to be found in a leaf, in a mountain trail, in a dewdrop, and in a poor person's face, which I think is one of the most beautiful pieces out of Laudato Si. That reminds us that God is in everything. All of creation is good. And that's something next time you're walking amongst or along a beach, just to take notice of those little things. And the prayer to finish, you get that up there, says this: God of air and water and earth and sky, challenge us to be lantern bearers for the world in which we live. May we be constantly attentive to the cry of the earth, to the call for climate justice, to the plight of those who suffer drought and floods and other extreme weather events. Help us to walk lightly on our earth, to plant, to preserve, to recycle, to nurture. And let's remember that Nano Nagel once wrote about the Ursuline sisters who she brought to Cork. I have planted for them a pretty garden. So even Nano was alert to the importance of the natural world around us. May we respond each day to the presentation call to live simply and to fight unceasingly for our world. Amen.
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 And I'll just mention that the crossword for August will be focused on Laudato Si. And so that should be something good for kids in school and even for us. You don't have to read the entire 78 pages to complete the crossword puzzle. We have a summary for you. Of course, it's beautiful to read the entire 78 pages also, maybe in various sittings. So just a heads up on that. You'll see that in August, and then we'll be into Season of Creation in September. And for October, we're going to turn our focus to the other epistle encyclical that Francis wrote, and that is Fratelli Tutti. That's my favorite. Okay, blessings to all of you. Thank you so much. And I understand some people need to leave, or they're going on their way to Mass. So have a wonderful day, wherever you are, or evening. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
Thank you, Karen.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
Ariel,
Thank you, everyone.
Gathering.
Thank you,
Thank you,
everyone.
Ariel.
Much love to all.
We look forward.
Thank you, Karen.
Thank you.
We look
Lovely
forward to the
everyone.
recording.
Thank you
Bye.
for such a
Goodbye. Good
beautiful
luck.
meeting.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye bye, everyone.
Bye. Bye. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Well done.
Been a beautiful day and
Yeah.
Thank you,
beautiful
Nisha.
gathering. Thank you.
Excellent.
Thank you. Always been waiting
N-
for this.
Nisha, when you
Yes.
had problems with your laptop, did you lose your
Yes,
work?
actually, yes, it was like my niece was doing something on laptop and I had been completing my thesis. So I didn't know that what she had done to my